Okay, Saturday morning I've come out here. I don't usually do much out here on the weekends, but today I thought I want to get a little bit done on this because I'm going for a ride Monday, and I want to clean up. I mean, I'm going to do a little before and after video. Look at this shit. Look, I'll just go around the whole place. Look, they're just... I really am a messy bastard. Look at that. Okay, look, cupboards open, shit left out everywhere. Alright, there's a runaround. And when I'm finished, I'll come back and do another one. I'm going to turn this air conditioner on now because it's cold as a fucker out here. So stay tuned, we'll come back when I'm done. Oh, I forgot to add. The inverter showed up. So there we go, and it's easy as hell to hook up. Just have a look inside. You've just got your 220 in. I don't know if you can see that. Let me try and zoom that in a little bit. 220 volt in, and your 3-phase out. There's a heap of other stuff in there, but we don't need it. And we've got a run, reverse, speed control. Change your display. It shows you how many revs per minute your motor's doing. So there we go. I might even later on try and just jury rig that and get it run and test it. But now I'm going to clean up. Alright, here we are, 2 hours later. It's at 11 o'clock and I started about 9. Look at this. I have bench. Packed a lot of stuff away, threw a lot of stuff out, clean floor. Look at this, look. I've got all my little usable bits, sort of throwing them all in there because I won't be able to find them. I'm going to go through that and dig a bit more out. Sorted out all my long steel, cleaned out my saw, cleaned out and oiled the lathe, the mill, cleaned most of that down. It's a bit hard because it's hard to get rid of that swarf because it weighs so much. Closed all my cupboards up and the place looks almost like I'm proud of it. That big rag that was sitting here, I chopped it up. The sheet, I should say, chopped it up into rags. Put that away. So there we go. Nice and clean. Put some of that stuff out, but that little bit there is not going to hurt. Tidied all that up. Even this bench, this shelf I should say, tidied it up. There. Wonderful. Now I'm going to pull this out to the middle and I'm going to hook this up and I'll test it before I bring you back. So we'll see what happens. See if I can explode or blow something up, trip out a circuit breaker, do something. Back soon. Righto people. Plugged in, it's all wired up. WVU, and it's the same on there. Although it says it's in reverse, which it may well be, so I might, when I wire it up, I'll flip those wires so when you start it forward. But let's run it, eh? Look at that. And we can change the speed. That bearing, we hear it, I'm going to have to replace it. That's flat out. That's 65 hertz. We'll slow it down to about 60, I think our power supply is, or 50, I can't remember. It doesn't matter. You can adjust it to run it at whatever speed you want. You can hear that whistling? That's the frequency drive. Yeah, that bearing's here. Yeah, I'm going to have to change that. Doesn't matter, it's only a couple of dollars. I can do that any time, so it's not a problem. So there we go, I'm stoked. I'm going to have to do a little video of this and send it to Dion. What's it? Blood. Yeah, so, and that control panel comes out as well. So you can stand it up. We won't need to because I'm going to bolt it on the side of the machine. There's a cover that goes over that. So those here, that's for different operations, for different things. So to crush cans, you probably need to go about that speed. How good is that? No delay starting because you got your start in here. Starts off at a lower frequency. And see, it stops slowly. Same when you start it. It doesn't bang, doesn't. See that soft start? How good is that? Very happy. So I'm going to go and have some lunch in a second. And then when I come out, look, here we go again. No, I thought she was going to talk to me. Yeah, and then I might come out and start doing a little bit to start working on building the mount to put that on. I don't know how much more I'll record today. I'll see how I go after lunch, see how much work I get done. Yeah. I mean, of course, I'm not going to use this wire. Although I don't suppose it really matters. It's just not colour coded. But with 3-phase, it doesn't really matter. If you move them around, it's just going to change the direction. But that's heavy duty copper, so that's why they're single. I've got some 15 amp cable, industrial cable out there. I might use that to run from there to there, just to make it look pretty. So there we go. Yeah, I won't show you how I've got that wired up. Well, yes I will. Fuck it, because I've got no fittings. I've got a fitting, so they're just twisted around there. But since it's only low draw, I think I've got this camera sorted too. I was fiddling with it before, and I've got the autofocus turned on properly now. It wasn't turned on before, so now it is. So when I zoom in on something, it'll focus on that object properly. Like instead of focusing on stuff around it, I can touch the screen and focus on what I want. So yeah, there we go. So, I'm going to do a video down and send it to Dion. I'll see you after lunch. Righto, back at it. I've got to try and make a base. The material I brought was only 100 mils, not quite wide enough. I want to make a base that I can bolt this onto, come out and then put a bracket on it to mount that. So it'll come out proud of this, like level to about here. And I didn't have any material. I got some 3mm, not thick enough, but I went outside and I got this, the 6mm. It's an old welding trolley I made when I first started out here, before I brought the proper one. So I'm going to cut that up. I might have to try and get the workhorse in here, because that's supposed to be a welding bench, not a workbench, and use the plasma, because it's going to take me a week to cut that bastard up for a grinder. So I'll get the plasma going and we'll cut a piece out for that. Stay tuned. Right, I've got that cut and dressed. It was fucking nasty. Well, half of it was, because trying to do that shit freehand. I don't know if you can see that the two sides are done with guide and the other two freehand, and it's bloody terrible. But anyway, I'm going to let that cool off a little bit. And then I'm just going to finish dressing it on the linisher, and I'll mark it out for the gearbox. Yeah, I'll mark it out and then I'll work out where I'm going to weld that onto it, because that'll weld onto the one side. So it'll probably down to about here, it'll weld on here. Then I've got to put the sides down it, and I'm going to cut another one if I've got, well, I should have enough steel there to bolt on the end here. Use those 4 bolts there and just put one gusset. That's just to stop the whole thing doing this, or pulling downwards when it's pushing. Not that it's going to be pushing all that hard, but I need to stop as much flex as possible. So I should have enough in that to cut some out. So I'll bring you back in a minute. Just hold on while this cools down. I'm going to sit here, listen to a bit more M&M, drink me Monster. I shouldn't drink that shit because it's not good for my anxiety, but I love it. So it's probably why it sounds like I'm chuffing like an old steam train at the moment. Just struggling to catch breath, but we'll soldier on, eh? We'll come back shortly. Righto. Now this is the problem. I've got that done. It's bolted on, and it's roughly the width I need it. It's only a little bit wide. That's fine. I can sort that. I'd rather have too much and cut it. It's only just hit me. This, I need 150mm stroke, do I not? So this really only needs to be 75, say 80. That'll give me 160. It needs to be 80mm long, not 150. So what I've got here at the moment is 300mm stroke. Seriously, people? I'm beyond words, I'm telling you. It will work, it's going to work great. But I'm going to have to, I might do it right now. I'm going to take this off and chop half of it out. Which is fine, it'll give it a little bit more power as well. So, and this can come right back here, just come back to about here, which is even better. So I can have that butt welded onto that. Oh dear. As I said, it's just the head doesn't work. I just can't think. And it's disappointing. I mean, I'm disappointed in myself because, you know, I'm better than this. I am better than this. I can't think laterally, you know, like, I mean, common sense will tell you, if you want 150mm stroke when you're doing it on a crank, your crank only needs to be 75mm, because double that is 150. So this is why I'd rather do it like this, and this is why I test it first before I do anything. So I'm going to pull this off now and cut it. Oh dear. I'm gonna do this today. I'm gonna fix this and test it. Weld this on and then run it. Stay tuned. Rightio. And there we have it. You wouldn't even know that that's been shortened. But what I've done is I've increased the stroke, so I've had to cut more out of that. Probably have to add a little bit to the back, because I thought might as well make it so it'll crush like Monster Energy or energy drink cans. They're a bit bigger. They're about 180, so it's about 185, 190 strokes there. So let's start it up, and there we go. That's how it'll work. Well, this is a bit of a mess here because I had to work out the exact height. Because if it's not, it wasn't quite high enough and it binds when it gets to the end. It's got to be parallel, like centres. So I might even run it like that for a little while tomorrow, just to wear stuff in. But you can see how it drops just a little bit off the back. As I said, that's because I changed the design of it, made it longer stroke. And I put a little bit of gear oil in that lubricating pot too, so I think that's a pretty good speed for crushing cans. And it can go faster or it can go slower. So, and I'm going to make a cartridge that'll sit on top of it so you can just keep loading the cans in. There we go. Anyway, I'm going to go inside now. I've out here a lot longer than I anticipated, although it's only, what is it, 20 to 4. But for a weekend, this is a long one for me. So, yeah, I'm happy now that I've got that sorted. But I mean, this I'll have to cut a little bit out of the end of this, obviously, for the cans to drop through. And this will have sides welded on here. And on this end, where this cutting edge is, I'll have to redesign the cutter because I was thinking about it, and I'm not going to have enough overlap to crush cans and then cut pipe at the same time. But I'll address that when the time comes. Yeah, that's starting to wear a nice even track there. There's just that little drop off at the back, but that's fine. There's no load on that, so yeah, so that's pretty good. I'm happy now. Gotta fix that, yet another fuck up, but I mean, if you look at it, it looks like it was supposed to be like that. So where I chopped that down, I remachined the angle on here, so it matches. There's plenty of penetration, there's heaps of penetration where I've welded it together, so that won't break. You just got to sort this, like I said, once I make the end here and the brace, then I'll make another bracket for here that'll fit here nicely, and it'll probably be the same. It'll probably be welded full, and then I'll have a gusset on it just to stop that any sort of twist. It shouldn't, but once it starts, when you get your cut pipe, like I said, and the crushing motion is going to, I mean, that plate does flex just a little. So next job will be to make that, weld it, gusset it, make that plate there, gusset it, and then start making the rest of the body for this. So that'll be piece. Just got to work out where I'm going to weld that. That'll go on the end like that. Cross out, sorry, did it again, like that, or on the top there. Well, it'll be like that because I've got to have where, I don't know if you can see down the line there, the cutter on that needs to overlap that. So I'll have to make a new one. So that doesn't matter, that's easy enough. I've got plenty of Biz 80 there. It'll just be longer. I'll just have to add 30 or 40 mil to it, or 30 mil. So when it comes to cutting stuff here, it'll cut, it'll be fine. Because this is only going to come within, what I say, 17 mil, 15 to 17 mil of the end. So, I mean, it's close. Where is it? But this bit here, you see it only overlaps by about 10 mil. The rest of it's fine. Just that bit. So I might even make one similar design but longer, and maybe not so much, not so deep here, just a little narrower. So yeah. So this will start to come together pretty quickly now. I probably will come out tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. See how the back goes after the day's effort. Plus, I'm too scared to take that off because I dropped this off here. On there I was grinding something and fell down and hit my leg, and you can just see there's a mark there. I haven't had a look underneath that because I'm going to have it to drop shit on my foot. On my legs, I should say, not on my foot. Well, and you know, running shoes. I should have fucking steel cap boots out here. Anyway. It is what it is. I modified this. I made a new safety switch because it kept the vibrating open. Cheap shit. I mean, those things are only for morons anyway, so people don't open that and stick their hands in it while it's running. You have to be a fucking idiot to do that. So that's on there now. So it'll run all the time. Yeah. I'm pretty stoked now that I've got that sorted. I mean, you know, I maybe could have gone a little bit further today, but it is what it is. So I'm going to go and get this video off now. I don't know whether I'll get it up today. I probably won't now. It's a bit late. But you never know. So thanks for hanging out. And I'll see you in the next one. Until then, as always, stay safe. Peace.